All right, y'all, man, we back, man.
Yeah, man.
We back, man. We back, man. We back for another untraditional episode, man.
Right, with some untraditional things and topics, man.
Yeah,
we
we back.
get down, man.
We back, man. A lot of people wanted B back, man, so we brought B right back, man.
Thank y'all, man.
We brought him right back, man.
Yeah, thank y'all, man.
And so we just gonna pick up where we left off last week at, man.
And there's so much to tell, man. Where did we leave off last week?
Man, we was in the stories talking about your dad and stuff like that. But this week though, he brought a special topic to me. He said he want to talk about the untraditional relationships, man.
Yeah, that we find ourselves in, man. We get in relationships untraditionally, man.
So we talking about that untraditional relationship, man.
Yeah, man. So what I be shacking up, man.
We talking about shacking up, right?
Yeah.
So B, man, we gonna tell the people. We gonna let you start by telling the people, man. What do you think an untraditional relationship is?
Hey, man, an untraditional relationship is my relationship, man. You understand? It's love at first sight, man. We don't need no papers, no ring or nothing, man. You understand? That's untraditional, man.
Untraditional,
yeah,
all right.
People don't love it, but I love it.
And so what's untraditional about your relationship? What's so untraditional? The traditional way is the what? You meet a woman,
you date a woman, right? And then y'all get to know each other.
Yeah, you court for a minute.
Absolutely. And then you get married.
Yeah.
You propose, get on one knee. I ain't do none of that, man. That old-fashioned shit, man. I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? We just know what love is. And that's my baby, man. We've been through thick and thin, man. She held me down, man. So, I can't deny her for nothing, man. You understand? Her happiness, man, is my #1 priority. Y'all remember that, man.
Okay. I understand that. All right. And so, what are some of the untraditional things that y'all do within y'all relationship?
Well, shit. There's a lot of untraditional things that we do. We ain't gonna put that on the market. You understand? Y'all can't get that, not yet. But one of the untraditional things that happened in my relationship was the fact that I was sleeping with the neighbor, man. You know what I mean? For all those years, man. And she could have left me. You understand what I'm saying? And she didn't, and she stayed. That's when I knew I had me a real chick, man. And I was like, and I tightened up. She waited for me to mature. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she had patience with me. So every day I thank her for that, because the woman is a beautiful thing, man. God, man. Happy wife, man. Happy life, man.
All right, so I like that answer. So that's one of the untraditional things. What's another untraditional thing that's untraditional about y'all relationship?
I mean, everything that we talk about, man, there's no secrets. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can look, but I can't touch. That type thing. She can look, don't touch. That type thing.
And you good with her looking, but not touching.
No question, man. Because I like to know what she like.
Okay.
You understand?
I like that. I like that answer. I like that.
She like them shoes. Okay, let me get some. You dig? Things of that nature, man. She like that suit. Let me get me one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She is like Build-A-Bear, man. She built me, man, correctly, and along with me building myself.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you another untraditional thing that happened. One day, me and my wife went on our way to Virginia, right? So I blow the engine in my other car. So it blew at 95 and 17. I don't know if y'all know where that's at, but that's in Carolina. That's one of the worst places ever I've seen in my life. It's like being back in Philly in the hood.
What part of Carolina, man?
It was 95 and 17. Because I was on 95 when I got off exit, and I was on Highway 17. It was nothing but motels, extended stays. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
And niggas started lurking. The gas station closed. Right? I'm waiting on the tow truck. We was out there since 11 o'clock in the morning. Huh? And I tell you, man, when she put that thing on her hip, right, out the trunk, and was ready, when them niggas was like thought they had something, you dig me? I was like, oh man, that's respect, man. Because a lot of people don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know what she gonna do. I know what she stand for. I can't really speak on nobody else. That's why she my #1 fan and my best friend now.
All right, and so do you feel more secure with her, right, than you would with your homeboys, right?
No question. Homeboys, I don't even know what that is. Like, I got, very tight circle. You understand? My circle consists of about 4 people, man.
And so the untraditional relationships would involve a lot of homeboys.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need a gang, a squad, and none of that, man.
And so you and your wife, y'all rolling. You and your girl, I always say y'all common law married, right?
Yeah, no
in my books, right? Because when I see B, I see his girl, right?
No question.
And so for me, that's very untraditional, right? Because it's hard for a lot of people to accept that, right?
Yeah. It was in the beginning, but then they see us in the long haul, man, and where we at, man, from where we was, you know, in separate homes, visiting each other, to now we're together. We've been together for a very long time.
So how long have y'all been together, B?
Well, we've been living together ever since Philly, man. When when them folks ran in my apartment down there, and they locked me up. We was together ever since, like we was living together since then. But we've been together for about 16, 17 years.
Okay.
All together, yeah.
Okay, and y'all did that the untraditional style, right?
No question. And everybody wasn't happy, but who cares? I was.
All right, and then when you talk about a bond, right? Because a lot of people have a traditional bond, right? Well, they know at some point within the relationship they're gonna get crossed up. Either you gonna cross her up or she gonna cross you up, right?
Right.
But living the untraditional lifestyle, you understand that everybody is human, right?
No question.
And so you don't walk away from when things actually happen, right?
No, basically what you're trying to say, and I'm gonna sum it up for you a little bit, is it's easy to leave. It's harder to stay and work through it. See, it's easy for me to say, fuck it, it's over, I'm out, and I'm gone. It's easy for me to say that, but it's hard for me to stay there as a man. And let me tell you some real shit, because this is real untraditional, and I got to give it to the fans because it just come in my mind, right? So when I got home from jail, right, she said I had a lot of questions that I need answers to. Remember that?
Yeah,
because this is untraditional.
Yeah, but before we go into when you got home, right?
Right.
We're gonna talk about when you first went in.
Okay.
And this was whenever she looked at the phone and found out everything was going on.
Everything.
So get a people the untraditional part about that.
Okay. When she because I got locked up by the parole officer, because the parole officer came to my apartment, to our apartment. She was at work, and when he came, right, he was a tall dude, and we was in my kitchen. First we went and took a urine. My urine was clean. We come back out, and he's standing there. He said, "So how you paying your rent?" And he's 4'1", but he tall. See, I'm short, but up on top of the cabinet, kitchen cabinet, that's a hiding spot for me. Me being so short. So I had a lunchbox up there. He grabbed it, and when he grabbed it, when he turned it back and grabbed it, I said, "Fuck!" And he went in it, and when he seen what was in it, he said, "Put your hand back." He locked me up. So after he locked me up, and my wife got home, because it wasn't an arrest with the police officers, he didn't take my phones. So my phones was left on the bed. So the female was calling a personal phone, right? She called, my wife said, "Well, he's unavailable right now." The next day she called again, at the same time when my wife be at work. This aroused my wife's suspicion. So she went into the phone and found pictures of me and the neighbor. I was, I thought I was on a podcast. all that goofy shit, right? So I couldn't deny it wasn't me. I couldn't deny it wasn't our spot. I couldn't deny it wasn't Shorty. She see everything, right? 100%. So it was real shit. So when I'm calling, she ain't answering the phone. I ain't getting no answers, no nothing. I'm like, damn. My bill 1.5 million. They want 10%. That's 150,000. Right? If I had it, I wouldn't have been in that apartment, honestly. So she came to visit me. Right? Just got a visit out the blue. And when she came, she was pissed. And she said, "Listen, I couldn't tell her nothing, but listen, I'm a dog. Like, I don't know why I did it. You know what I mean? She took advantage of me. You know, all kind of shit. You know,
just trying to make up some shit.
Yeah, just making up some shit to, justify my wrongdoing.
Yep.
Right? But we get past it because she said the realest shit ever. All right, well, we got a bigger hurdle to jump over right now. But when you get home, I got questions I want the answers to. And if you lie to me, Habib, it's over.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to repeat that line again, because I know that line specifically itself took a lot of people breath away that's watching this podcast right now. I know that specifically just took a lot of people, because how do as a person, individual, in your head, right, catch somebody, I mean, and catch them red-handed,
right? Yeah,
cheating, right? Because she caught you cheating, hands down.
Yeah,
you locked up, right?
Right.
But she managed to put all her feelings to the side
and say, listen, because we got to get you out of jail because I love you. You understand what I'm saying?
So she loved you first.
Right. Who owe you money? Where's
like where I need to go get it at?
And what did you find a lawyer? Did you talk to any of these niggas in here and find out about a lawyer? So we jumped to that.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then it was like we was back, but we still needed work all the way through.
Yep.
So when I beat the case, right, and come home, we had the conversation, right? And she asked me all the questions. I was absolutely honest, because I couldn't lie because it was on camera. Just like we on camera now, right? Now, I turned around and asked her questions. I said, so, dude that you was messing with, you was drunk or high? She was like, no, I was horny, and he was attractive. I said, ooh, shit, crush me. Goddamn, niggas ask them questions and can't handle them motherfucking answers.
And so hold on, run that.
Hold on. Hold on.
I need you to run that bar back for me, right? So she stood up in your face, right? And she told you.
I asked her questions. She asked me all the questions, and I'm keeping it all the way 1,000.
Yep. Feeling like you was in the club. Because you felt like you was in the club.
Listen, I'm keeping it real because I don't want to lose the one I love. You was a diamond in the rough, right?
Okay.
But then I asked her questions. And this is where the shit got deep. I said, well, damn, so who was the dude that called? Oh, yeah, that was the dude I was messing with while he was locked up. I said, damn, you give him some pussy? She said, yeah, I gave him some pussy. I said, oh, you was high. You was smoking weed and drinking shit. Because I wanted to believe that he took advantage of it, right? And she said, fuck no, I was horny and he was handsome. I said, oh, boom, 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 boom. Broke me the fuck back. Now listen, I had to respect it. I had to grow up as a man at that time, right?
Yep.
And once we got everything out, this was where the real untraditional shit comes in.
So how long you thought about that response? After that conversation?
After the conversation, I had to man up, man. I had to be 21. What I mean by that is, I had to stand up, man, and be accounted for, right? Because if I say I forgive you, I have to forgive you. I can't say I forgive you to get past it right now and it didn't hurt you later. She had to forgive me. You understand? So we had a lot of forgiving to do and a lot of love making to make up. You understand what I'm saying? So when I forgave her, I genuinely forgave her. But I just want niggas to know, man, if you don't want to know them answers, man, don't ask them questions, man. Because it do hurt. You understand? Because like I said, I wanted to believe that he took advantage of it. And when I tried to put it that way, she said, hell no, nigga, I was horny and he was handsome. Ooh, okay.
And so you had to pivot.
Yeah.
so you had to get right.
I had to pivot.
Okay.
And so this happening to me, like, no, this happened to the boy B. Gambino.
But at some point, right, you think about it for a long amount of time.
It crossed my mind and all that.
Because I know it dazed the hell out of you, man.
Well, I mean, it dazed me then, but you know, a nigga of my stature, man, and my status, man, like, you know, I'm securing myself as a man and all, you know, in all the letters of the word man and what I do out here in the world. So it wasn't hard for me to really move on because the security is security. You understand what I'm saying?
Plus, she stayed with you the whole time.
And daddy's home.
Yep. Okay,
You know
so that's the first instant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the second instant is you go to jail in Effingham. Ooh. Right? Now what she could have did, right? The traditional relationship, right? What she could have did
went back to Philly,
where she was secure at, right?
No question.
And so she decided to stay away from Philly, right, and focus on you
and hold me down
and hold you down while you were incarcerated in
that's
Effingham.
what I'm talking about, man. That untraditional love, man. You see what I'm talking
Because
about?
that's some real untraditional love, man.
We done came thousands or hundreds of miles away, man, together, man.
Yep.
Right? And you're right. She could have just left.
Yep.
Right? And I thought about that once I got out. And see, that's why I respect her more. You understand what I'm saying? I respect her to the point now that when she say something is law, to a degree.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because she earned that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So she had to put that work in first.
Yeah, and
So what you got? So what you got to say to the individuals, right? That's in a relationship and they don't want to put that work in.
Hey man, y'all gonna lose, man. Y'all gonna lose, man. Y'all running late. You know, you gotta put the work in, man, to get the progress out, man. My wife put the work in, and now she get the progress. I put the work in, and I get the progress. Like everything is like we don't give 50-50, man. We give 100 and 100. Because if you give 50, you're giving half of yourself, and she's giving half of herself. Who wants half? I want whole. You
You want the whole pizza.
I want the whole pizza, man.
And so,
no.
and so, I mean, we digging into some real shit right here, man. This is some real untraditional shit, right?
Man.
Because I always preach on giving 100, right?
Right.
Because if you give 100, nobody is left out.
Nobody's left
Period.
out.
I'm giving you all of me,
Me.
you giving me all of you, right?
Right.
I always live by that, right?
Right.
And so, it's a good thing that you brought that up, right? Because she earned her spot, right?
No question.
And so what happens is, when the world see that she's treated like a queen, and they like, damn, I wonder why you treat her like a queen, right? Because I feel like I could go buy my own such and such, I can go buy my own, but when I look at y'all relationship, you go out and you go take care of the house, right?
That's right.
And you take care of your lady as such, right?
That's right.
So I wonder why those people with the traditional mindset, right, feel like women shouldn't be put on a pedestal or a man shouldn't be put on a pedestal. Why? What you think? What you think about that is?
Hey man, that's back in the day, man. That's why it's called traditional, man. And we gotta really let that die with the people who live like that. You know, our great grandmothers, our grandmothers.
Cause
woman in the kitchen and all that.
Yeah, I think it's
took care of and all that.
Yeah,
like, I'm with all that.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think for me, I always said that I always felt like if your finances allow you to eat out every day and you want to eat out every day, then you should.
No question.
Because I feel like that's more so the untraditional way, because traditionally women are cook.
Right. But who want to be in the kitchen standing on their feet all day, man?
And then these women got jobs too.
No question.
These women got kids. These women got responsibilities, right?
That's right.
They got careers, right?
And it's about what you got a taste for, huh?
That's what it's about, right?
Just tell me.
So the other day we was chopping it up, right? And I said, damn, man, I'm tired of eating that shit, right?
Right.
And what was your response?
You say what? I say, man, you done ate from everywhere. I mean, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I know the feeling. When you eat from everywhere, when you done ate up the neighborhood, what the fuck you gonna do?
Hey, cause we eat very well. Right. That's 100%, right?
Everywhere, man.
So,
and, you know.
So we live in an untraditional lifestyle, right? So what I want to do now is I want to take the people inside of our workplace a little bit, right?
Okay.
And so, like me, I'm Daniel, right?
Right. No
right
question,
there,
man.
right? And so, and so, boom. Inside of our workplace, we got 3 days to go to work, right?
That's right.
Which is untraditional already, right?
Already, yeah.
We work 3 days and we off 4 days, right? So we got this time, right, to do whatever we want to do, right?
No question.
And so, but within these 3 days, it's a learning experience, right?
Absolutely.
Because everything starts from just an idea, right?
That's right.
And so,
suggestions.
And suggestions, right?
That's
it's
right.
never really pressing this on somebody
No,
or making somebody do this.
Listen, we
right?
have general grown man conversations.
All the time.
All the time.
From 6 a.m.
Motherfucker said to me one day, he said, B, come here. I said, what's up, man? He said, how much you think a vending machine costs? I said, damn, man, probably like 11,000 on a high tip and 5,000 on a low tip. He said, man, you tripping. He said, look, pull it up on the internet. He said, look, you get one for 900 right now. Look, 1,200. 1,300. I said, oh, I didn't know they was that low. Right? See, but the way I was thinking, the traditional way, right?
Yeah, the traditional way. Yep.
It's 11,000. 5,000
Because when you were a kid, right, you see this man running inside the building with the change bag, right?
That's right.
And automatically you're gonna think, damn, that vending machine costs a lot of money, right? And I didn't really want to turn this episode into a financial episode, right? But we untraditional, right?
That's right.
So we talk about everything, right?
That's right.
And so sometimes we're all over the place.
That's right.
And so with this conversation, we're going to go left with it, right? And so we sit down and we talk about the vending machine. Now, this is at work now.
Right, yeah.
These are the conversations that we having at work, right? Because
he working, I'm working, you know, but we having conversation in between, you know, and like that.
And I want to go to the workplace for a minute, right? Because there's a lot of bosses, right? You know what I mean? That feel like they got to give you the assignment and get the hell out your face, right?
Right.
But that's not how we operate, right?
Fuck, no.
So what we do is we add value to each other.
No question.
And that's what make the workplace way greater, right? Because on Friday morning, right, like tomorrow, right?
Yeah, like tomorrow.
How you feel about going to work?
Oh man, I can't wait to get there, man. Don't meet me there. Don't meet me there. Meet me there, man. You know what I'm saying? You dig me? I'm pulling up, man. 100%. You better believe that. You dig it?
And so I go to work, right? This guy go to work, right?
That's right.
And essentially, right, there's no names, right? No bosses, right? I don't ever be oh my God.
The motherfucker is the boss. He's the supervisor, right? And that's what I'm saying. See, that's untraditional. Because by him being a supervisor, He could have just said, well, Habib, listen, I need you to go back there, and I need you to build this or do that, and left it the fuck alone. He ain't had to care about my well-being as far as my credit, helping me with that, helping me, you know, giving me the knowledge of the vending machine and all that, you know, because now I'm a spot locator now. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to locate a spot to put a vending machine. So be careful. I might put it at the corner of your house.
well, because all we did was go back to the way that we was raised, right? Mm-hmm. Because I was an entrepreneur coming up.
Right.
You was an entrepreneur coming up, right? And so as we living our lives now, right? Our grown-up lives, we forget about what we originally came up on, right?
That's right.
And so sometimes we have to go back in time and take those little things, right?
Right.
Which actually and really put us ahead of the game.
No question.
So that made us steps and steps away from everybody else, right? Just the entrepreneurship or the way that you think, right? Mm-hmm. The hustle, the muscle, the bustle, right?
That's right.
Because when you get something and you know you got to get it done, as a hustler, you trying to get it done, right?
No question.
And as a man, you want to make room for everybody else, right?
That's right.
Because one of my main saying is, as a man, you only as good as what you got.
No question. And that's how it is.
And I'm gonna say that again because as a man, right? You only as good as what you got. And a lot of men don't want to accept that role, right?
Right.
You only as good as what you got. You only as good as
you ain't got shit. I need you to sit down and think about the shit you don't got.
That's 100%.
And I'm just being real, man, because it ain't nothing like being an insecure man, and that's what make an insecure man when he don't have shit.
When you don't have shit.
So I'm gonna be real. This is when he always accusing this woman of cheating because he need to understand or he need a reason to know why she's still with him and he ain't got shit. No, for real.
Hey, I want you to run that back for the people.
Right?
Yo, I wish I had a motherfucking clue on the drop.
Some real shit, right? See, that's what make a motherfucker insecure as a man with his woman. See, why won't you mess with the nigga that you work with instead of loving me because I ain't got shit? You understand? My box spring and my mattress is on the floor. You know what I mean?
I ain't got no car to get you there.
I ain't got no car to get you there.
I ain't got no money to put in your pocket.
Nothing. You giving me money. I can't wait for you to get paid.
Holy shit.
And when you come in, I'm blowing my tree trying to look cool with my pants sagging. I ain't got shit. I'm insecure. So I think you cheating on me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what causes a lot of conflict in relationships as well. You got to secure the bag.
You got to. That's the number one priority.
Once you secure the bag, then you learn how to spend the bag. See, that's important too. You got to know how to spend the bag. Then you got to know how to hold on to a bag. You understand? Because it's security. That's what it's all about. Women love security. You understand? They love security. The man that give them the security, they love them, and they love the security at hand. You understand? Knowing they got a place to sleep, knowing they got a place to wake up to, they ain't going to be homeless and all that.
Because that's what it's about, man. No lie. I always wonder. I'm like, damn, man, why my wife on me about this? Why my wife on me about that, right? Mm-hmm. And that was my younger self, right? But as I grew up, right, and matured more, I understood that my wife just wanted some security.
And she want the best for both of y'all.
And that's what it is. So you have to sometimes step outside your body, right, and look at the whole picture.
And at one time, I was about 270-something pounds. I was big. I used to waddle when I walked, right? Because I ain't used to do nothing, no working, no nothing, just all grind, right? So my wife, she's like, fuck that, I need you around. She started feeding me asparagus and spinach. That's a true story, man. Listen, bacon, everything. I said, what the fuck? Going shopping, ain't nothing but greens and vegetables and fruit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I used to get up and cook fried chicken 2 o'clock in the morning and shit like that. And so she put me on a healthy tip so I can be around, stick around, you know, to make sure to secure the bag. See, I know what she did, but she's smart. You feel me?
And so we want to talk about securing the bag a little bit, right? Securing the bag gives a man what?
Gives a man confidence. Gives a man self-esteem. Gives a man a sense of value, man.
And so when you talk about securing the bag, I know in the 2021 era they call that the big dick swag, right?
Yeah, but that's what they call it, right?
That's the shit. Yeah, when you see a nigga walk into a place and his head held high, right?
Right.
The nigga look like he confident.
He's supposed to be.
Right.
Especially when he's securing the bag.
When he's securing the bag,
no
right?
question, man.
So you already have confidence as a person.
That's right.
But you securing the bag gives
That's
you.
why I show up when I'm requested. Yeah, y'all know it. Yeah. I'm secure, man. Yes. Believe it, man.
And so we talked about the relationships, we talked about the workplace, right? Now we gonna dive a little bit into the streets a little bit, right?
Okay.
All right, so we go back into the streets, right? We know where you came from. I don't know if the people know where I came from because I ain't got to that part yet, right?
Right.
But we talk about the streets, and you talk, and last week in the episode you talked about the Louis bag, right?
Right. That's right. Damn Louis bag.
and so
That's a thing, man.
and so you want to give the people a little something about the Louis bag,
Right, and I have to get it off my chest. Now, I'm 47, right? So all these years before working, I was grinding. I was always in the streets getting money, and that's how I made my living. In Philadelphia, by the way, you know, street corners, all that, everything. Whatever came with it, I was on it. You know, I was king of the dumb shit. So all my life. So now, all that time, me personally, I never bought a Louis bag because I ain't never loved a bitch that much to buy a Louis bag or to know where to get one from, to be honest with you. But the motherfuckers that I was around, that I grew up with, that's older than me, that I was up under, you know what I mean, that's getting major money, never showed me how a Louis bag come. And for all you motherfuckers out there that don't know how it come, a Louis bag, a Louis pocketbook comes inside of another bag.
Man, you gotta speak up for the people, man.
Inside a box.
They asking you to speak up, man. They say you
all right,
whispering, man.
Okay, so there I go. I'm with that whispering shit. I always like to keep secrets, right? Because I don't think everything should be for everybody. But see, I'm on this podcast.
I want you to
so I gotta get used to it.
Yeah, you gotta
But let me
speak up
tell
a
you
little
something.
bit.
Let me tell you something, man. Here's the thing, man. The motherfuckers ain't never showed me them buying a bag or took me with them to buy a Gucci bag, Louis bag, Prada bag, or nothing, right?
And so hold on, I'm gonna stop you, right? So you 47 years old,
and
right?
I ain't never know a bag came inside of a fucking bag, inside of a fucking box, right? And I've been hustling all my motherfucking life, and I touched plenty of paper, and I ran through plenty of money, right? And I'm telling you, I ain't seen it till I started working. Now that means I was in the wrong motherfucking lane.
All right, so we gotta run this shit back, right? Because
they need to pick up this jewel that just was the fuck drop.
okay, so boom, right? You 47 years old, you from Philly, right? And I'm pretty sure they got Louis Vuittons and Gucci's and Coaches. They got everywhere, right? Right. But you didn't see a Louis bag inside of a Louis bag inside of another bag until
I started working. Now
this is the game for them young niggas out there, right?
Listen,
you gotta get the game to the young niggas.
This is what I'm doing.
The young niggas now.
Right. Now listen to what I'm telling you now. Like I said, I've been hustling all my life. I've been around money all my life, and I ain't never seen it until I started working, right? This motherfucker showed me on Facebook. He said, yeah, I went and bought my wife a bag, right? The strap was $180. I said, damn, he in the store. He tell a bitch, yeah, we on Facebook Live. Yeah, we live, right? And he doing this thing with the Louis bag. He said, yeah, she said something about his strap. She said, well, the strap is an additional $180. He said, yeah, all right, well, give me the strap. I don't know nothing about that bow you talking about, but whatever. Matter of fact, I'm going to take both of these, right? And I'm like, God damn. So when I'm watching the bitch pack it up, she telling me what this can do and what that can do, and she packing it up. She put the bag inside of a bag, inside of a motherfucking bag box in the bag. I said, God damn, I didn't know it came like that. You did all these years, and I was hustling. So that means I was on the wrong side of the street.
Okay.
Because I didn't see that until I started working. So a working nigga did it. You get it? Not a street nigga. You with me? Not saying that street niggas don't do it. But they ain't showing. A working nigga did it and showed it. So that's the first time I seen it. I can't say the first time that y'all seen it. But that's the first time when B. Gambino seen it. So that let me know, damn, I could do the same thing.
And so we talk about B. Gambino, right? Being a hustler all his life, right?
Right.
And so the stigma of a hustler, right? You gotta be in the back.
Right.
You could never really be in the front,
No,
right?
you
don't really want that exposure, right?
No, hustling is going to work. Hustling is getting vending machines. Hustling is investing in things and taking what you got.
That's what. So okay, so this is what people gotta understand, right? Cause I've been a student of the game for a long time, right?
No question.
And I'm still a student, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm still learning. And so what I did was I sat back and I thought about what's the difference between hustling and the difference between entrepreneurship and being a businessman, right? Because as an entrepreneur, I can create an LLC.
That's right.
As a hustler, I can't create no LLC because and I want to explain something to you. When I was hustling, all my money was illegitimate.
No question.
Right?
That's
and so
right.
if I didn't go get my mom or my cousin or my sister, right?
Right.
So I can drop a LLC or I can give them some money, right?
Right.
To save or come up with a business idea, right?
Right.
Then I couldn't do nothing with this money, right?
That's right.
I couldn't clean up this money,
No.
right?
No.
Not in my own name, right?
Not
Because
in your own
as
name.
a hustler, right? As a street nigga, I was behind the scenes.
That's right.
Right? So I'm the nigga.
You ain't got,
that- yeah, I'm putting all the money into everybody else, right?
That's right.
So if something was to happen to me while I was in the streets, then this would no longer be my money.
And see, that was the traditional way of hustling. See, the untraditional way of hustling is now everything you do that generate money is hustling. You understand? When I leave the house in the morning to go to work tomorrow, I'm like, all right, baby, we're going to the block. Because that's what it is. It's the hustle.
Right? And then Babe want that new car, right?
No question.
And so Babe don't have to put that new car in her name. Babe can put that new car in who name?
My name. You understand? She put it in my name because
because we know who's going to get the bag, right?
No question.
And so we can be in the front
Of everything right now.
of everything right now.
But it's still, and it's always almost still dangerous, right?
It's still
You got
dangerous.
some haters out
Man,
there.
talk about that drip, right? We had a conversation about that drip the other night.
Man.
About that drip the other day, right?
Yeah.
Tell them how you feel about your drip, right?
Hey, man, hey, splash, man. That sums it up, man. Splash, man. You feel me? Like, I'm saying, man, like, when a motherfucker get dressed, right? This is how I feel when I get dressed. I feel like I really can't go nowhere except for, like, here, podcast, right? I can't go to the normal clubs with you black niggas, man.
With you niggas now, we talking about them
Yeah,
niggas
talking
now.
about our own kind now, because when you go in, you dripping, you got your jewelry on, everybody watching now. They know they searched you when you came in, you ain't got no gun, so they leave first. 'Cause
No
everybody
knife, no
right.
gun, no
right.
nothing.
So let me tell you what a nigga do, man. See, because I'm an outside thinker, you know, I go to a hotel bar, man.
Man, give them the game about the hotel bar,
And I
man.
pull up, man, and I go to the valet, man. I have him park my car, man, and I go into the bar, man. And then I go and get something to eat. I got all my drip on, man. Them folks don't want nothing from me, man, because they judges, lawyers, DAs. Yeah, all them type
Because
of
those are the people that's dripping for real.
No question. They got money.
So when they walk in there, they suit untied.
That's right. They got their tie unbuttoned. She took her heels off, right? They came straight from the court.
Now we at the bar and they looking like this.
That's right. And they in there smoking big boy cigars, right? Them big stinking ass cigars, right? And them big leather red chairs and shit, couches and shit. You know, that type of thing. You can go ahead and order you some grub and all that. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
ain't got to worry about where to park because you gave it to the valet. You ain't got to worry about them goons sitting in the corner because they don't like this kind of scene. You understand?
This
But
shit,
where I fit in there.
that shit make them feel uncomfortable, right?
No question, and I'm comfortable. Because money, no money, man. You know what I'm talking about?
And
Man,
so-
we got something in common, man.
And so you walk in that bar, right?
Right.
And there's likely no cash in that bar. It's all credit, right?
It's all plastic, man. And you go ahead and give it to the bartender, man, and go ahead and then give orders, man.
Yeah.
Give orders, man. Be the boss that you was born to be, the king that you always wanted to be, man. Listen, give him a round down there and give me a double, right? And let him hold the card and swipe it at the end of the day, man.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you might go upstairs. Who knows?
You
man?
start a tab, right?
No question.
All right, and so we gonna take a step back, right? And so when that's to sum it all up, right? The hotel bar, right?
That's right.
That's after we get our shit together, right? But we go back to how important credit is, and the reason why I need you to tell people this is because we all know a story, right?
That's right.
Where I took my time out my day, right, to help someone get situated.
That's right. Gave the game up. You
Gave the
understand what I'm
game
saying?
up, right?
Gave the game up for free.
Multiple weekends.
And it's working. And it's working. Like on a tip of, I don't even fuck with cash no more. I don't even fuck with debit cards. All I got is credit cards, right? I got credit cards. I'm using credit. Everything I ain't punching no numbers in. Fuck them numbers. All that shit. I'm putting in, approve. I'm putting back in my pocket. Right? That's how I'm going about it. I'm paying my credit card bills and I'm paying everything with my credit card. My credit score's shooting through the roof, right? I'm gonna start. I'm telling you, listen. I'm a hire a driver, man. They're gonna be taking me to work with me. I get 8 hours. 20 hours about to come up. Because the game is so easy, but when you don't know, you're running late. See, knowledge is key. That's why they say the best way to hide a secret is in a book, because a lot of motherfuckers don't read books on their spare time.
100%.
Right? They watch TV. But like back to the point where he gave me the game. He said, B, he said, what's your credit score looking like? Now, remember, he's the supervisor, so it's like, what the fuck you caring about my well-being for? Right? I said, man, my shit ain't bad, it ain't good. I said, I don't even know for real, because I don't even look at it. I'm scared to look at it. He said, what you mean you scared to look at it? That shit you supposed to know, man. He said, you ever heard of Experian? I'm like, Experian? I seen the commercials and shit. I know something about, like Credit Karma and shit. He like, no, man, download the app. And he got me into it. My bad, he got me into it. And when he got me there, and I seen how easy it is, I didn't even know what rewards points was. This is how lost I was. This fucked up, right?
Hold on. Before we get there, though.
Man, all that shit going once. Right? All that shit going together, man.
Before we get there,
that
right?
That shit crazy, man. It's so easy, man. It's so easy. I mean,
because we don't want to give out too much game on one episode because we got to bounce back next week, right?
No question.
So
that's crazy, bro. Like that shit is crazy, man. I'm telling you.
So we talk about the credit, right?
I let my car run. I burn all the gas. I'll never go without air conditioning. You tripping. Like before, I used to be monitoring that shit. Like that. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about none of that. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, right? I got I'm up there on the reward points already.
Okay.
Tell you on the
okay.
my situation.
Okay, so boom.
We'll get that to y'all next week.
Yeah. Because I have to slow this man down. This man want to give out all the game in one episode.
Because it's crazy.
All right, so you was telling me something the other day. I came to your crib, right? We chopped it up, right?
Right.
And in the beginning,
this
right?
This came in my crib looking at ceiling fans and shit. Like, yeah, I pay attention to it, man. No dust. I said, oh shit. I'm glad I'm a clean boy.
It wasn't nothing like that.
Nah,
I was actually relaxing, right? What I said, damn, this is a nice spot, right? This is a nice spot, man. I said that, right?
Yeah, I try to do what I can, man.
So boom.
I love this.
Hey, so right. So we're gonna go into one more story, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's give it to him, man.
We're gonna get it to him. And we talking to everybody in the world right now when we talk about this, right? So I walk into this spot and I take my weekends and my days up, right? By coaching. Right? Because we coaching.
Right, that's right.
We giving out game because I don't believe that the game should be sold. I always say you gotta tell the game, right?
Right.
I was talking to one of my homeboys yesterday, and I told him, I said, man, listen, this is what I do for the people that hang around me, right? And I'm just talking about me.
That's right.
What I do is I bring everybody to the dinner table, right?
That's right.
And we split the plate.
No question.
Because that's what I believe in. I don't believe in hoarding information. Right. I don't believe in getting paid off of information.
That's right.
I believe that the game should be told and never sold.
That's right.
And so what I do is, for everybody that's around me, the first thing I make sure that they got is good credit. And the reason why is because we can always become business partners like that.
No question. See what I'm talking about? I knew he was getting ready to go there. One hand washed the other and both washed the face.
And so the Bible said it best for us, right? You show a man how to fish, he can eat forever.
Right.
And that's what I believe in. And the reason why I believe in that is because nobody never gave me the game.
Right.
So when you look at my lifestyle, we got it from the mud, right? And I don't tell a lot of people that because I don't really go into my personal details of my life.
That's right.
Right? But I'm telling y'all that right now. One thing about me is I believe that the game should be told and never sold. And the reason why I believe that is because I feel like we can all help each other.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you how he changed my thinking. So one day we in there, he said, so Habib, he said, what's going on, man? I said, oh man, nothing, man. I just made a little move, man. I grabbed about 120 of those oxys, right? I said for $75, right? I said I'm selling for $8 a piece. He said, damn, you got 120 of them, $8 a piece. I said, yeah. He said, how much that come out to up on the calculator? I said, man, that come about over $1,000, man.
And this nigga looking me dead in my eyes now.
I said, it's over $1,000, man. Just before I understand the game, right? I said, it's over $1,000. Like, I ain't losing, I'm winning, man. He said, Habib, is it worth it? I said, hell yeah, it's worth it. Profit margin, nigga. I said, you tripping, man. I said, I paid $75 for 120 oxycodone, 5 milligrams. I said, I'm selling for $8 a pop. That's over $1,000, nigga. I said, yeah, that shit worth it, nigga. Right? He was like, he let me have it. He said, yeah, okay, all right. The next day, when we talked about this credit and all this and all that, and got my shit situated within minutes, 16-point boost up and all this shit. I said, God damn, credit cards on the way. And I get the understanding of that game, right? I'm at the crib and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm like this.
This nigga puzzle.
Listen, niggas calling me. Yo, let me get 5 of those Johns. No, I ain't got none. That shit gone. Now it ain't worth it. That's what the fuck he was talking about, but I ain't see it. You understand? So I had to take a moment to myself. So then I come back in the job. I said, damn, Dan, you know what? I want to remember the conversation we had a day and a half ago. He said, yeah. I said, no, that shit ain't worth it. I don't give a fuck how much the profit margin is. It ain't worth it because your freedom and your life is on the line every move you make. See, now that I got this value with me, what I mean by value, this established credit, right? This entrepreneurship as far as the knowledge of the vending machines and legal businesses and shit. All that other shit ain't worth nothing. That shit a waste of time. You understand what I'm saying?
And so I like that he told that story, right? Because I always scream untraditional, untraditional, untraditional. And what I mean by untraditional is not forcing information on people, right? Because the first conversation that we had, I let them know where I stood. I never went back to the conversation.
You never did. He let me have it.
I let them have the conversation.
He let me have it. Listen, that day when I left, I thought I beat. You know how niggas y'all think y'all beat? Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, that nigga thought, yeah, nigga. Yeah, that's over $1,000, nigga. I'm winning, right? But after getting that game, after learning learning the shit that I supposedly had been knowing, and then sitting back at the crib by myself, like, damn, whoa, understanding the reward points, because I never knew what reward points was. I was talking to a lady at Murphy's gas station about the untraditional podcast.
Man, people say you whispering, you gotta speak up, man.
The untraditional podcast. So I was talking to this lady in Murphy's about the untraditional podcast because she didn't understand what it was about, or what a podcast was, and I told her what we would be talking about. Sometimes we'd be talking about credit and credit cards and the rewards. And she was like, well, rewards? She was dumb just like I was. Reward? Oh yeah, they're gonna reward you for just buying shit that you buy every day. Whatever you spend cash on, cigarettes, gas, food, going out, eating out, whatever the fuck you spend cash on, that is what they reward you for. So I ain't know that.
He didn't.
Right.
Okay, so boom, right? So I'm gonna go back to sitting in this house, right? And so I'm sitting in this house, right? And he talking to me. He like, man, I just got an email the other day. I say, yeah. Now I know that I know everything that he talking about is already in the works, right? Because I've been through this whole process.
No question.
Right? And so he began to tell me, like, man, I got this, I got this, I got that, I got that, and all that shit is for free.
No question. Free shit coming. Now, yeah, I checked the mailbox. I'm on the ass. Yeah, because just having one of their cars and using it properly, they sent me $100
gift card
that I can shop anywhere at different stores, and a $50 go out to dinner card to a restaurant
for 2.
Yeah, no question. On them.
All right, so before this podcast ends, right?
That's crazy, ain't it?
I want to give y'all some free game, right? So me and my partner the other day, yesterday we was talking about advertising, right? Now I believe in advertising as a business. You gotta have advertising. Check out the merch, right?
Yeah.
The Untraditional Podcast merch.
Yeah,
Y'all check out the merch, right? Advertising is very important, right? So I'm just gonna walk y'all through a day of life, a day in the life of Junior, right? Because that's what they call me. They call me Junior. And so I'm always thinking, I'm always watching, I'm always researching, right? So I want to give y'all some game real quick. They got this website called Copper Lease, right? If you know somebody who gonna lease their car, right? Or you know somebody who wanna get rid of their car, you can just search this website, right? This some game that I ain't never gave Habib before, right?
You see, I'm listening.
He into right? This website called Copper Lease, right? And on Copper Lease, you can trade leases, right? What that means is you can look on Copper Lease, type in a VIN number, or type in a specific car model, or you can type in a specific car year. The car year that you would want to drive on a daily basis, right? Because people always talk about assets over liabilities, liabilities over assets. They always speaking that kind of game, right? And with this game that I'm about to give you, man, it's going to be some real useful game, right? Okay, so with this Copper Lease website, it's called www.copperlease.com. That's the name of the website. You get on that website, you look on there, you see what kind of car you would like to drive every day. All you're doing is trading leases. And what that means is somebody who caught that lease didn't want that lease anymore, and they trying to get that lease up. So all you would essentially have to pay is the first month payment. So say, for instance, if the first month payment was $200, right? This is the deal that y'all negotiated between you and Copperlease. They say, well, you're gonna pay $200 a month on this 12-month lease, which is 1 year, and we're gonna keep the numbers round. All right. So people are like, man, that's a liability. That's a liability. No, it's not, because we living in the untraditional way where we can turn our liabilities into asset now. So what you would do is, for me, what I would do is I would get on that website, get me a smart car, right? One of them little ugly ass cars that nobody don't really want to drive, right? Nobody really want a smart car. But guess what? I would pay $200 a month, right? And so that's 2 times 12, which is $2,400 a month. That's right. Or $2,400 for that year.
That's right. For the whole year.
For the whole year. So boom, what I would do is I would go to Habib, say for instance, he got this untraditional podcast. That's right. That he trying to get off the ground. Hey man, look, Habib, I can tell you, I can give you a trick to the game. Listen, if you let me market your untraditional podcast, I charge you $150 a week. Look how he's looking, right? He's stuck. That's for advertisement, right? Because people spend millions and millions of dollars a year on advertisement. And so he'll look at me, he'll be like, you know what? Shit, man, I can do that. That's $550 a month, right? So he give me $550 a month up front, right? So I take the logo, the Untraditional Podcast logo, and I slap it on the side of the car.
Ooh, nasty.
So that $550 he just gave me technically just took care of my first month, my second month, and my third month lease for this car.
That's right.
So now my asset, my liability just became an asset.
That's absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So we talking about when we talk about this, we talk about untraditional shit, right? And so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more detail on this, turning this liability into an asset. Right? So boom, you got that part of the game, right? So now what you do is you take a SCAD student, right? Because where we stay at, it's a college. It's a big college, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody from all over the world, we come here, right? I take a SCAD student and I say, man, look, hey, I know you trying to make some money, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to make some money. So I'm gonna give you my keys, right? And you're not gonna have to put no gas in it. I'm gonna pay for gas and I'm gonna pay for insurance on this car. All I need you to do is give me $150 a week. Right? So you give me $150 a week, that's $550 a month.
That's right.
Habib gave me $550.
That's right.
That's $1,100.
And he riding around with your advertisement.
He riding around with your advertisement. That's the first 6 hours. That's from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m.
That's right.
So I go to the other SCAD student and I say, hey man, look, give me $150 a week. You do Grubhub or whatever you want to do.
Grubhub, yeah.
I promise you, as long as you don't leave downtown, you ain't got no problems. You ain't never got to put no gas or pay for no insurance in this car.
Right. I'll take care of all that.
I'm taking care of everything.
Right. That ugly ass car. Remember that car?
We talking about the smart car now. The ugliest motherfucking car in the universe.
That nobody
want to drive, right? We just turned this car from a liability to an asset.
No question.
Real fast, right? So we get that other SCAD student in there, right? He doing his thing. He making money, right?
That's right.
He give me $150 a week. So now I'm making $300 a week.
That's right.
Or $450 a week.
That's right.
Off of that smart car.
Off of that smart car. Off of that dumbass smart car.
Off of that dumbass smart car.
With the logo on it.
With the logo on it.
That's advertising the podcast.
That's advertising your podcast.
To reach out and touch.
Huh? Or so I go to this independent owner downtown. Okay. Right? He got this restaurant. He trying to get some market. He need a marketing team. He trying to advertise, right?
That's right.
So I tell him, I say, man, look, you give me $150 a week, I slap your pizza logo on the back of the car.
That's right.
I say, I promise you, every week, 5 days a week, your logo will be getting driven around.
Or I do one better. I'll put your poster up in the background of my podcast. Huh? Either way.
That too. Man, listen, it's the untraditional way of thinking, man. I would love to give y'all more game on this, but just to sum it all up, right, before we get off this podcast, that's about, in that month, that's about $2,000 a month off of a smart car. You just turned a liability into an asset.
No question.
And we talking about untraditional. That's untraditional. All right, man. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all watching, man. Yeah. I love to keep going and going, but we got to save something for next week, man.
No question,
It's going to be a lot of game on this, man. This is going to be a lot of game on this podcast, man.
Just keep it unconditional,
Listen, man.
That's the way to go, man.
Listen, man. It's going to be a lot of game on this podcast. I'm going to need y'all to tune in every week. Because I got some more game next week.
No question. And I'll be here next week too, man. Always in the background. You know, what up, man?
Appreciate y'all for watching, man.
No question, man.